Hi guys. Yep, I'm crying. This is not a fun video, but it's informative, hope, because maybe it'll save someone else. So if you're going into SDA, especially if you're a couple, I would, or any SDA actually, even if you're single, I'd seek a solicitor first and discuss everything. I wouldn't tell the SDA provider, but then again, I guess if you tell them and then they act weird, then they're dodgy. So let me tell you how SDA providing works. You can either take that 30% and spend it on your disability person because you get double market value of the property from the government, or you can put it in your back pocket and go to hell. Literally, because I believe in God. So, or you can help that person pay off their own SDA. Fancy that. So they have something to leave behind, especially people like me who have been diagnosed with the syndrome too late. These are my years of death. Great, wonderful. And I have to vacate my permanent accommodation because I am in a couple. Apparently I'm supposed to be single. Well, guess what, world? And NDIS, listen to this. People who get anything that's a disability that gets out of hand and unmanageable by the family. I raised 2 taxpayers, don't forget that. And so did Sir. He supported me for 28 years instead of on government money. But anyway, disrespect his free service. I'm still waiting for my oxygen, government. But I have to move from here because I'm higher care needs, even though I'm in a high care needs SDA. How does that work? It's just corruption. They make the rules as they go. So I'm out from my permanent accommodation. So that's moving costs. Don't have it. After 20 months of fighting and being told that we were in the right and everything was okay. Corruption. I'd love to say names right now, but I can't because I do have a legal team, but you know, my budget's not big. I actually have a budget actually, but you know what I'm saying. I don't have private lawyers. But I'm just saying, there's a special place in hell for people like that. That to someone who has a syndrome, who's turning 50. I've been here nearly 2 years, coming up in May. I've paid through my package and my contributions, double market value. And you've pocketed every goddamn cent, you slimy, sleaze crap bag. Compared to other SDA providers actually giving that money to the participants to better their life. And accommodations in fits, because this is a new build. They're all new builds in Perth. Everywhere actually, because it's a good investment. Yeah, for greedy people, apparently. I'm not speaking of the ones, that, if you do know ones that are good. Good on you if you're good. It got to the point where we looked at the list of the ones for couples, because apparently you're supposed to be single. If you have a syndrome, you should be single. If you're disabled, you should be with another disabled person. Do you know that? Yep. If you were disabled, don't be with the normal. We won't support you. We'll separate you. You're high care, which I can't refuse because I am high care. Do I want to die too soon? I mean, I don't even know why, except for Sir, because my 2 kids and grandkids don't give a shit. But anyway, I'm trying to be here, stress-free, live life, try and live past my life expectancy of 50s. But anyway, I got to move in less than 45 days. That's a lot of stress and no money to do so. And Sir can't do it, isn't going to do it. He needs heart surgery. He's got tennis elbow without playing tennis. and a bad knee from the last drama we had here, which is another thing that I won't even talk about because that's also illegal. Lots of illegal activity in this building. Yeah, so the NDIS Deputy Commissioner thought it was really nice to be in human services and deliver just the harshness of she just needs to be on her own. Would you like to be in your death years alone? Think about that for a minute. We have smartphones. We have the internet. And you can't just simply have a 2-bedroom place. There's one left in WA. I nearly had to move states. And I don't give a shit because guess what? My kids aren't coming back. It's been 4 years. They don't want this drama. It's been hard to have staff with this drama. Because apparently you're supposed to be single with 22q and other syndromes and other illnesses and conditions and whatever that takes you out of life too soon. I was told by NDS packaging brochures, prettiness, that we're a protected species. I have a special person in the NDS working for me. I don't feel extra special. Stress kills too. Trying to stay alive, NDIS? Isn't that your motto? Giving quality of life back to disability? You know, you're corrupt. And you're wrong. And there's a special place in hell for you too. And all those staff I've spoken to, special place there for you too. I'm a human service worker. Yep, I am. And I did everything I ever could for every client that walked in that door. Everything. Otherwise, if you don't like your clients, you get out of the job. This isn't a job for money. Okay? It's not. You're making money off people dying. It's gross. And I hope that it really comes back like karma and just whacks you in the face. But that's why people like you have to drink a lot, you know? It's the guilt. It hurts, doesn't it? I don't have any guilt because I did life the right way. And yeah, I'm going to preach again because you know what? You do it by the Bible, you never go wrong. And you can act like you have one. But I think that the SDA provider here is not going to be looking good on the books anymore. It's going to be a bit of eyeballing on you. Yeah. There will be. It'll eventually turn around because there'll eventually be people infiltrating more than you can count very, very quickly when everyone gets their brain back since 2020 and realizes that this is human services. And you don't kick people out of houses. You don't punish people for being in a coupleship. Where's my rights? For safety. It's funny how the NDS brochure says at the beginning, when you enroll, it's a choice. But for some of us it's not when you don't have the money. For a hoist, for an electric wheelchair, for all the things that you never thought you would need in your middle age. Prepared for this. It says, what informal supports do you have? Yeah, well, my kids were just starting in life. I'm not going to ask them. I still wouldn't even know if they turned up and said, I'll care for you, Mum. No. You need to live your life. You need to create a life. Because I tell you what, the government ain't got your back. Son, if my sons are listening, the government ain't got your back. And you got a 50% chance of having what I've got. And they don't have your back. You prepare now. You plan now. Because you can purchase your own SDA if you're smart. Don't be stupid. Listen. So rich people get that because it's not means tested. It should be. Oh, it should be. But I didn't have a choice, but it said, look at informal supports. I've only got one because I'm an orphan because my parents couldn't get their shit together. They fucked us up. This is not what I should be doing in the 50s, which is my danger years. It's in every literature about my syndrome. But they sat there today, a bunch of people with no shits given. People, be careful. This world is a new level of evil. You just can't see it because you're a good person. But it's there, lurking. And it just jumps on you like that. We've been in complaints about this to sort this out, moving if need be, etc., right? But no, we get told in like with less than 45 days notice, one property. Or change states. And they haven't even, like my legal team, my, advocacy, my medical, like, they haven't even got me sorted yet. I'm not even stabilized in an unstable thing, if that makes any sense. But all my medical appointments are now on hold because I have to move. And as an autistic, that's very distressing. But today, I'll only give you a time limit, you evil motherfuckers. You will not have me broken for long. Because I believe in a higher power and I believe that they're coming for you eventually. They'll get you. When you least expect it for the right reasons. Because I've watched and I'm so ashamed to call myself an Australian, an Aussie. I'm disgusted. We have working families in tents. We have people like me dealing with this when I'm trying not to die. This is Australia. It's shit. The medical is crap. Disability sector is crap. Politics is, oh my God, it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Psychology is just nothing what it used to be. It's a joke. They've changed everything. You can't just change everything. You can't. Okay? Everyone needs to just wake up. Wake up. You think this is a better world? And the funny thing is, the ones that are actually getting the most out of this cruelty, they'll be dead by the time the world's ruined, sadly. That's the problem. But I don't want to leave my family in distress. And as much as I'm mad at my children for not being here in my darkest hour, they're only young. The world has been confusing in their adult years. I can never blame my kids. But I do blame my family. My late diagnosis wasn't really late. It's just hidden from me. And that's evil. Parents, I do not forgive you. I would never forgive you. Just look at the situation I'm in while you're a millionaire. When I turned 18, I was supposed to have an EPG from my parents. But no, I was thrown into a world with lies upon lies upon lies of my health. If you're going into SDA, NDIS, yes, it's a system that's good. But it's a system that's corrupt right now. And I hope that changes. I know there's a lot of people trying to change it. But boy, have I been a welfare officer long enough in my past to know that changes are never ending to be begged for your people that you work for. Does this government have a heart at all? No. Nothing. They sat there today dry-eyed. I'm glad I wasn't there, but I know it was hard for Sir. But I know he had the right support at least around him, but still. You don't do it in one day. You give people time to plan NDIS. There's one property available. I don't want to end up in Queensland. My kids can't find me there. I can't believe that we have smartphones and disabled people, and you put love on the spectrum out there. That's great. Like, I'd love to know you producers. I'd love to know you because you really need to do your research. Because I guess that's why you didn't want a certain person on there who I think was happy to date neurotypicals. But I'm just saying, you should not have to be with another disabled person to have a life, to still be supported with your disability when you can't support yourself. I don't get the luxury of forever. I don't get the luxury of going retirement, a career, all the pride that would come with that. I tell you what I did do. So I raised two kids that I adore, and I would take a bullet for. You can sadly have what I have, and I wish I knew earlier. I sat at every football game, every soccer game. I was at every scout thing. I was there for them. Best thing I ever did. And all I want is to be safe before I go. And I'm not even ready to go. Just a home. Here I sit tonight. I don't know where my home is going to be. It's not that it matters, because some people don't even have that. But it matters about the attitudes, the principles, the fact that someone has gained double market value, pocketed it, and at the same time, for multiple other properties in this facility, is pocketing another 50% of the services given to those people. It's a scam. But it's not cool, you know why? Because you've got disability people involved and you've got carers. Do you know what carers go through? Let's go through that. Let's go through that. Let's go through carers. Let's go through the carer life. Shall we? Shall we talk about carers? They don't get any sleep. They don't get any respect. No one ever cares about them. They're the ones that have to try and earn money and look after us. And all of the wimps of the families just run. I don't want to know. Too hard. I want to have my own time, my own life. That's great. That's nice. But what if it was you? What if it was you? Or your child? I can bet you if my child turned up with this and was struggling with this, that I would step up. I'd step up. And I know that sounds stupid, but I would. I would do as much as I could to step up for my child. I don't care how old they are. You're a parent for life. And I resent my parents for just dumping me. That was a cheap way of getting out of a medically complex child, wasn't it? Huh? Didn't want a broken one, did you? It's obvious. That was really obvious. I've never had a home. I've moved 40 plus times in my life. So, you think I should be used to it, right? No. I'm not. I just want stability. So, the world is just not safe. You really need to be careful, everyone, because our governments are just... It's not okay. It's not okay. It's just not okay. I'm so ashamed to be an Aussie. I'm so ashamed. The crimes. The homelessness. But for nearly 2 years, this person walks away with all of that money. And nothing was spent on me, which is intended for. They're paid extra for that. Yep. But the NDS is happy to take me on my own because there's an overabundance of single places where they could have staff 24/7 for me. Is that what I want at my age? No. Some elderly might not even want that. They might want their partner. But no, they want to spend more money on that. On nurses looking after me 24/7. They want to spend money on that. Then I have one on call and then my partner live with me. Only one house to choose from for that. Okay? So you're just going to waste taxpayer money and take away my choice as a human right. It is my choice how I live as a disabled person. As a person is at risk of dying. It's my choice. Would you have your partner off working? If that could be the last year? No, you wouldn't. I promise you. don't even do hypotheticals. They're so stupid because you know what? You never get them right. You always end up in this situation and everything changes. But this is a caution. I know along the way a lot of people have been very envious of me getting SDA under the NDIS because it's not totally given to everyone on NDIS. I just want to say one thing. Do you want a life expectancy at 50s? Really? Do you want all my seizures? Being over medicalized? Not having a life? I can't remember the last time I've had fun in the last 12 years since I had seizures. I was running a women's non-profit. And then all of a sudden here I am. Sick. And going down because it's degenerative and I'm going downhill. And stress doesn't help. Yet if I sorted things out with knowing my rights, I could have been in my own SDA paying it off for myself to leave behind for my family. I die tomorrow, my carer, who's done that after corporate 6-figure income, he walks away with nothing. Nothing. I wonder why they're all single. Yeah. Because let's face it, money matters more than people. But please don't let that happen to you. I believe in a higher power and I know that's not the right way. Stick to people first. It'll never lead you astray. If that's one thing I can teach my sons, it'll never lead you astray. People come first, sons. People come first. Not money. You can't take that with you. God doesn't reward you for that. No one does. It's pathetic. All that matters is life. The Australian government, in my eyes, is corrupt. And the things you're doing to people who are disabled, taking away our rights in 2024, it's just gross. But you have to live with that. I don't regret anything I've done in my life. I've always done my best. I've always acted in accordance to the right thing, even at my detriment. God has a plan for me. I'll be okay. I just hope he protects my family, my partner, my sons, my grandsons. Please. Thanks for listening, guys. It's a cautionary tale. But if my sons are listening, come home. I miss you. Just in case. Please don't leave it too late. There's so much I have to say. Please come home. I love you.